I'm about to give y'all a rundown between what the real diamonds and the fake diamonds should look like. So if you're out there being a capper, stick around to the very end because you might just want to protect yourself if you're doing any of this. Alright?
I don't like wearing fake shit, bro. I don't wear fake shit because if I can't buy it, then I'm not gonna act like I got it. I chill, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay down till you come up, bro. Tell me
Chill.
why I got
Yeah,
them going to the
chill.
club. I see a nigga I know. This nigga got the biggest cubic link. This got the biggest cubic link in the motherfucking world. His shit like 4 of mine. And he just got the audacity to be in the middle of the club dancing. I say, man. I say, bro. That cost $300,000, ain't it? I say that motherfucker cost $300,000. Bro, look, I'm not hating, bro. Come on, bro. See, bro. Look. If you got a big ass AP and a big $300,000 Cuban link, then that's you, bro. Come on, bro. You just told on yourself, bro. I'm not hating, bro.
You ever fucked somebody over?
Come on now, like, you walking around with that much on your neck, bro, you a walking lick. And you don't see that, that's a red flag. Like, you bold enough to go around, bro, you rocking a $300,000 thick chain that's gonna get taken at any point. Are you sure this real?
Have I ever somebody over? I'm going to tell you a story before I answer that question.
Hit me.
One time, you know, Jay-Z wore black diamonds to the VMAs one time, years ago. And black diamonds are cheap. But there's an opportunity, Jay-Z wore it, nobody knows how much. You know, this guy comes in, he was a vet, came in uniform from Afghanistan, just got, you know, finished up, right? And I look at this guy, and a black diamond chain at that time cost me around $2,200. And I see this guy, I'm like, yo, I'm in the Diamond District, I'm doing business, making money. This guy's in the front lines. Let me be a little bit of a patriot. He's asking for this black diamond chain. Let me give it to him for $2,400. He looks at me and he's like, $2,400? This shit is fake. My boy just paid $8,000. You're trying to sell me fake shit. So my shit must be fake. So because his boy got ripped, got, he's thinking my shit is fake. You see how backwards the world is? So if he walked in and I looked at him as a target and I told him 10,200 and he knocked me down to $7,900,
You still making a profit.
and I would have made $6,000, he would have been happy. But because I honored him, he was unhappy. You understand? And that's when I realized I'm a idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you realize when it comes down to looking like you get money, people want to feel like they're making a big purchase that the value also adds up to the perception. But if bro wasn't feeling it, he felt like you was the one that was scamming him.
Realize where all you rappers be getting your jewelry from. Wallow, I see you, man, in the lobby below. You mean Wallow pieces?
You know, Wallow, I was trying to leave the hotel.
Look at this. I see where all the rappers get it from. I see it. And you said this passed the diamond tester?
Lab diamonds. Yeah, it passes all of them.
So you just
all of them.
You servicing everybody, Raheem, huh?
I just left this. I ain't gonna say who it was, but I did leave a private customer in Vegas. That's how I got to be here. So I stopped by real quick.
He wanted all that shit, huh?
We got a couple things. He down the way. I ain't gonna say who.
You even got or
that I could take.
Think about it. Meeting up with celebrities at a private location because they don't want nobody to know between y'all two doing this little, fake transactions. Like, bro, you faking it. You don't want to tell people, hey, man, get you some real money. Stop getting that fake stuff.
This Protect back and get my whole $200,000 right now, cash or credit. You know I could take this piece back and break it down and get, if I didn't, okay, close to $90,000. It's all money. This is all money sitting right here. You get what I'm saying?
But isn't that a bust down? Doesn't it lose value?
It depends. It lose value if you go to another jeweler, right, and try to get money back from it, because he'll be like, well, I'll give you this for it. That's if on some desperate shit. But when you got an actual jeweler that tells you, I will give you this much money back when you come, if you ever want to trade it in, or if you want to get rid of it, I will give you this. That's why you develop a good relationship with your jeweler, because you know, like, damn, so you'll give me this. You settle that in the beginning of buying the jewelry. You get what I'm saying? So most people that you think that's like buying buzz downs and all this, and if you always see a rapper with a new chain and they got rid of their watch, that's because they traded it in and the jeweler made them something else. Don't be fooled. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to take this piece and say, man, you know what, fuck it, I'm tired of wearing this. August, I'm gonna bust this down and get a whole new piece that's worth 110,000. Then y'all like, damn, Kevin study buying chains. Whole time I'm studying.
So you gotta go to the same jeweler that gave you a quote on what that's worth. But if you go to another jeweler, they'll tell you, nah, that's not what it's worth. This is what it's worth. So you niggas out here gotta keep a relationship with your first jeweler that gave you that piece, so y'all could keep y'all's money, you know what I'm saying, in the same, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could be in agreement the whole time. Like, yeah, bro, this is the budget you got, and this is the budget we both got, basically, as the jeweler and as the purchaser.
Melting this shit down with the same diamonds and getting something else again.
Diamonds ain't asses. You lose money if you get jewelry. Get 18K or 24K gold. Those are asses. That's what I'm looking for. I want to go after that. Let me get some money, and that's what I'm going to go after. Get you some gold. Jeweler playing him. He cannot get what he spent back. Them diamonds take the value down. Plain Jane is always worth more and heavier.
It's a finesse.
This jeweler exposes rappers for wearing real and fake diamonds mixed together.
Talk about diamonds. Right. And let's just say diamonds is a pound. Right. I got a pound of diamonds right here.
Right,
it's
okay.
About 1,000 carats right here. We're gonna say what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this pound of some loud, and I'm gonna take this pound of some quiet, and I'm gonna mix them together.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take these VVS diamonds and these eye diamonds, and they all white colored. I'm gonna mix them together.
Right.
So now you don't know what's what, but I know I put VVS in there.
So that's all it takes for me to say that.
That's all it takes for you to say that.
Right. Wow.
So we got a machine called the Sherlock Holmes,
mm-hmm.
and that's the only thing that can tell what the truth is of the stone.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm big on, like, I don't call stuff fake unless you calling it something else. Like a CZ is a CZ. It's not fake jewelry. You get what I'm saying?
That's cubic zirconia, right?
It's a cubic zirconia.
Okay.
But if you calling it other than what it is, that's fake.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right, okay.
Stand on what you got. You know what I'm saying? If it's nice and you got it custom, that was your budget. You know what I'm saying? I try to keep people to understand, like, I'm not paying for your jewelry.
Right.
You are. So you got to know your budget. And then once you tell me your budget, then I know how to tell you, like, hey, man, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get you some eye diamonds, but we're going to make sure they white.
Right.
Because your budget is $5,000 for this piece right here.
Right.
And we don't want to have to do less stones so we can get you up here.
Right.
Let's go on and get this piece just right.
Right.
With these eye diamonds and DEF color. And when you see it, it blow you away. It's like, come on, mug, like, you for real?
Right.
Like, bro, like, this what it is. And it's just like, so what I teach you is you got that $5,000 budget. You come and get that appraised by a gemologist, and they appraise it for retail value.
Right.
And once you get it appraised for retail value, now you're worth more than what you spent.
Right. Right.
And then you just keep elevating that way.
Right.
You get what I mean?
So let me ask you this.
A lot of these people be giving rappers free jewelry.
I want to show you guys. I've made a purchase for some diamonds right here. I'm going to show you what I paid for, what exactly I got, like how many carats. And then you tell me, guys, if I got ripped off. I don't know if y'all can see. 10 KYG, 2.90 grams, 0.66 CT. I don't know exactly what it stands for, alright? In total, it came out to be 950. No, 1,028. Something like that. 1,028. What I should have paid, or if that's a good enough price for for my first pair of diamonds. Let me know.
so that the customers could come in and make their money back. So you can't really be looking at what these rappers is wearing or what these rappers is spending, because they might not even be spending that. They might spend it with Elliot because he's the top. They might spend it with Alex Moore. When it comes to like the everyday jeweler, they want shit for free or they want it at the lowest price. If I was gonna spend $10,000 on marketing this month and I could just give a rapper a $10,000 piece, I'm kind of saving money for the same promo. I'm not gonna say the rapper's name, but he actually DM'd me, like, just comments on my story, fire. I'm hyped. That's the first mistake I made, to be excited. Like 2.5 million followers. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah, bro, come shop with us. He like, for sure. I'm looking for some Cuban bracelets, but I had a Cuban bracelet. It cost me about $5,500 to make. And I was like, yeah, I have this bracelet I'm selling for $7,000. He was like, come on, bro, can you do better? So I'm like, yeah, for sure, I could do $5,500. So that's how much it cost me to make, because I still have to pay for the diamonds and the gold. He's like, okay. He was like, I'm gonna take 3. Can you do even better? I'm like, okay, if you take 3, I'm gonna give it to you for all 3 for 15, which is me losing $500 a piece. This is me losing $1,500. This is me starting off early. I didn't really have the money, the budget, but I'm willing to give up $1,500 of my dollars to get him to top. Like, he's like, nah, bro. He's like, I'm gonna come see you in person, but I'm trying to get all 3 for 10. That's me losing $5,000, which I already don't have. But I told myself, like, I'm gonna figure it out after. I'm like, yeah, come in. I'm just gonna need a shout out. I'll give you the pieces. Like, you posted, like, he's not posting it. So I'm like, that's not really, that wasn't worth 5K to me. And then the deal ain't go through.
Yeah, man. It's like, what do you think he could have done to get that promo? Or maybe he should have made him wear it before the transaction. I don't know. Cause yeah, it looked like he didn't get the promo that he was really paying for. That as a return of an investment he was doing.
Ain't your ass enough. Man. Cubans. Moissanite. I don't wear diamonds, by the way, so folks want to call my shit fake. I don't wear fake jewelry. Real gold and real silver is not fake.
Oh yeah, go on. You gotta break that down. Yeah, you said you got on what?
Yeah, I don't wear diamonds. I really would never. Diamonds, natural created stones. Moissanites are lab created.
Lab created. I heard about that. About that.
So it's the same shit. Sparkle the same. They ain't cheap. The motherfuckers definitely a couple thousand, but it ain't 40, 50,000 for some shit.
Right.
Pretty much anybody that put diamonds or anything on the chain, you're fucking your shit up. Because for one, you can't resell it. You can't resell custom jewelry. And any diamonds that they put on the chain.
I've been telling people for years that the diamond market is a scam to influence our priorities when we acquire wealth. Yeah, for me though, I hope this is the most I've spent on some jewelry, and I have a limit, I don't think I'll pay more than 3K for some earrings. But as far as chain wise, I'd go for gold and not diamonds.
Diamonds that wasn't good enough to make it somewhere else, so they put it on some chains.
Story comes out about little baby's watch being fake.
Yeah, but him and I were talking on the phone. He's calm, cool. I explained to him, like, listen, I don't know what's going on. Let me get to the bottom of this myself. I don't even know what's going on.
So you buy a watch from another dealer?
Yes.
That you had dealt with before?
I dealt with before, yes. Everything from when I had it, it's a platinum watch. It's very heavy. It's insanely heavy, platinum. It has everything stamped, everything. I just completely didn't look at certain little things.
So how do you make that right with him?
I made it right. I gave him those.
You gave him jewelry.
I gave him those rings.
Yeah, you gave him rings.
I gave him those rings that I was making for him anyway. I made a big mistake. It was my fault. I take full responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here blaming this guy, that guy. I'm not doing none of that.
But how do you make sure now, moving forward, that doesn't happen?
I hired a professional watch guy. He's sitting there and just, everything I'm buying, he's making sure, triple checking everything.
Never worn a piece of fake jewelry.
Really?
Nah. I've never worn fake jewelry. Authenticity is key for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what it was, it just has to be authentic. Even before I could afford jewelry. If you pull up my second album, Trap Music, I had like a little Bob Marley rope. It was just like a little rope with a picture of Bob Marley on it. I couldn't afford jewelry at the time. You see what I'm saying? So rather than wear some fake jewelry, I wore something that was authentic and a true representation of, the culture that I represent.
Doing my research, I saw that you wear a fake chain and a real chain.
Yeah, I learned from, what was her name? Bad Baby.
Okay.
The real chain was just kind of like a, oh, I made a little money, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
It was kind of just a, dang, what do you call it? Just a purchase. I was like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
And it was an intrusive thought. That's what the word is. So I was like, I'm gonna buy it. But then I learned from, like I said, Bad Baby, she talked about they look exactly the same. And it was like, it don't really matter. I'm just going for, I like the way they look. I'm not going for like, yeah, this costs 50,000, this costs, you know what I mean? I don't care about flexing like that. It's just the look. I genuinely like the way diamonds look and silver.
If you got a set of diamonds that you purchased, let me know what's the most that you pay for some diamonds, and as well, how did how did it come about? Like, did you expect to buy your first pair of diamonds? You had it planned out, or was it just like you walked in the store and boom, I ended up buying some diamonds? That's what happened to me. I was just gonna take a look. Somehow, I was convinced to just buy them, and did I regret it? I don't. It was just $1,000. But let me know, do you regret what you have bought in the past with the diamonds? Let me know. Also, make sure you hit up the like. Let's get to 100 likes. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'm going to see you on the next one.